At Rhino, we take storytelling very seriously. That's why we've poured everything into creating what we feel is the best compact slider system on the market. It's a core part of our mission to help creators tell their stories. As a part of that, we wanted to talk about 5 ways to pay off your Rhino Slider ASAP.
Option 1. Up your freelance rates to cover your costs. Any of our motion slider kits work great as a second hand for you on set. Set your move on loop and focus on talent over tech. This provides you a dynamic second angle to cut to for corporate and doc interview work. This is also an amazing way to set your B-roll apart from the competition. Not doing a lot of interview work at the moment? Take your product photography to the next level with motion control. Your increased production value can and should be valued. Up your rates to cover your costs. Option 2. Rent your Rhino Slider when you're not using it. Renting out your gear can be a pretty polarizing subject, but in our share economy, it's never made more sense and you've never had more coverage. Platforms like ShareGrid make renting out your gear easy and stress-free. They even have rental coverage options to provide peace of mind. Depending on your area, for our Essentials kit, you should be able to rent it out for around $75 to $125 a day. Option 3. Control your cash flow by paying with Affirm. If you haven't used Affirm before, it's quite possibly the easiest and best way to pay something off over time. It's quick and easy to see if you qualify, and checking your eligibility won't affect your credit score. There are no hidden fees and you'll know upfront what you owe each month. Best of all, it's automatically set up on autopay, so you don't have to do a thing once it's approved. You can also dial in your communication preferences and get both email and text messages before the autopayment draws, so you can double check that your cash flow is in a good spot. Option 4. Film unique motion-controlled footage and sell it on stock libraries. These days, there are a lot of great platforms for creators to distribute their work via stock libraries. Storyblocks, and this is not sponsored by the way, is very popular amongst many creators and businesses as an affordable yet quality solution to stock. You can apply to become a contributor using the link in the description. We understand that this may be more of a long-term play, but it has potential to keep paying out for years to come. Getting distributions from stock platforms is a great way for independent creators to diversify their revenue streams. Option 5. Have work pay for it. Work for an in-house content team or agency? Have the company buy it. There are a lot of ways that you can go about this option. I've personally had experience with several. Here are a few. Build it into your budgets. This can happen a few different ways, either in the annual budget planning or a per project budget, depending on how the company you work for handles their accounting processes. You can strategize this and have the numbers do the heavy lifting for you in those budget talks. Here's an example. Say you create 2 videos a month and each take 2 to 3 days to film. That's 5 production days a month on average. To rent a slider with motion control, you're looking to spend around $100 a day or $500 a month. On top of that, you have the cost of setting up the rental, which is subject to availability, and the pickup and drop off times. Within 6 months, you've more than covered the cost of Rhino's most expensive package, the Ultimate Slider Bundle. So you've laid out the numbers we just talked about, and your boss still isn't bought in. Present the same information with this twist. You purchase the gear and rent it back to your work on an as-needed basis. Feel like there may be an ethical dilemma or bias? This is easy to solve. Make sure you have a written agreement in place, send formal invoices for rentals, and provide a discount. In the past, I've personally done 25% off my standard rental rate, and that seems to do the trick. This way you can say, I'm helping the company save time and money on every rental. I use the gear on other projects, which not only enhances my creativity, but my workflow speed. The gear is also used less than rental house gear, so it's in better condition, and I know all the ins and outs of the kit. For a quick bonus option, take advantage of Rhino's Switch and Save program. Have an old slider that's just collecting dust? We'll take it off your hands and pay you $500. We'll even send you a prepaid shipping label. Now this is only available in the US, but if you're interested in this program, all the details for the Switch and Save can be found in the description below. Through this program, we've helped hundreds of people switch to Rhino, so you should take advantage of it too.
In conclusion, no matter which option you choose, you'll find that once you have a Rhino Slider and Arc 2 added to your kit, that your production value instantly jumps, both in final content as well as perception. I've showed up to interviews with reds, expensive lenses, lighting, etc., but what always seems to catch the client's eye and intrigue is the simple B-cam set up on a loop move. Seeing tech work by itself has a way of putting a smile on any face. Have you found other ways to pay off gear creatively? Share them in the comments below. Look forward to seeing you next time.